Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today is Michal Ashby from Samuel's Public Library and Jim Sheppard from the Elks Club here in Front Royal. Is there a number on that Elks Club?
2382.
2382. I know all the organs got to have. There's so many Elks Clubs. We want to make sure we're talking about the right one. You're the one right up on Guard Hill Road.
Right.
That's a great. You can't miss it.
No.
You can't miss it. There's so much good stuff happens at the library and in our community, but it's organizations like the Elks that make it happen. So what we're here today, Michal says we're going to talk about the Elks because they have done so much for the library.
17 years.
Well, but the Elks didn't. They don't sit on the street corner and beat their chest.
No, we don't really. We do very little advertising, and unless you're a member, it's on the receiving end of something.
Sure.
You don't really know what we do.
I know it. Your best kept secret, and sometimes that's better. You know what I mean? We don't need, and the membership knows it, and this is part of what they've done. But he's brought I said, well, what all have you done here recently? And of course, we know we've done with the library, but we were just
the entire summer reading
at the
club.
Skyline Middle School graduation, and you had sponsored some essay type scholarships there, and that was. I think he actually gave them cash prizes. Yeah, it wasn't a lot. I mean, it wasn't hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah,
but
it was for elementary and middle school.
Yeah,
Americanism.
Yeah, and they wrote the essays, and they actually give the winners some greenbacks.
I think what you will do for this community is extraordinary.
Yeah,
and I think, like, whenever I've met different members of Elks Club, the thing that strikes me the most is how much you all care.
Right.
And so I'm so glad. Not only have they supported us for over 17 years and sponsored the entire summer reading, but I'm so glad you're here to talk about the other stuff.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about that. So what do we've got here?
Our elk year starts April 1st and it goes through March 31st. Last year, 2022-2023, we donated $33,000 in cash donations and $16,729 in non-cash existence. Now, the $16,700 and some dollars, a lot of that goes for shopping for needy kids at Christmas, and we work with the town police department. They deliver it. We buy them, wrap them, and they deliver them to the kids.
Right.
And we don't just go buy something. We actually contact the families and
appropriate gifts.
Yeah, if it's within reason. Last year, it was $7,000 in college scholarships. Middle school field trip, we donated $500. American essay winners, $500.
Right.
Samuel's Library, $2,500. Donation to local sports like Front Row Soccer League, Front Row Little League, Junior Baseball Team, $3,500. And we donated $10,000 to support homeless veterans.
Wow.
And what that is there are six lodges in the North District, and we can each apply for $10,000 from the Grand Lodge. And that goes to when the HUD finds a veteran that's been homeless a place to live, then the Elks furnish it. So,
oh, wow.
And we do it all over Northern Virginia.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And we go down, and if you ever come up to the lodge, you'll see two big sea crates down there.
Right.
That's full of furniture and stuff that we use. So
if anybody deserves that, it's the veterans. That's
You know, a lot of these organizations you've been supporting, a lot of these activities just wouldn't happen without the Elks.
Also, Martinsburg VA, we donated $1,000 in canteen booklets, and we took some wheelchair gloves up there too. So we pay for propane at the senior center. It was $1,544 last year. Donations of cash to the Humane Society was $750, plus a number of our members are really animal lovers, my wife included. So she works at a grocery store, so it's another one of our members. And whenever they discontinue pet food, they buy it at a discounted rate and take it out there.
Yeah.
So,
oh, nice.
Donations to Seniors First was $500. Donated non-perishable food to social services, $225. The Warren Coalition, $300. St. Luke's Community Clinic, $1,500. And $6,000 to support the backpack programs at Front Royal Presbyterian Church and Front Royal Methodist Church. Now, that was ended in March, and since April this year, We gave $13,000 in college scholarships. We gave 4 at each high school with $1,500. We had an in-house scholarship of $1,000. Front Row Little League $1,000. The Sweeney Shiflett Athletic Fundraiser $500, and Americanism Essay Awards $1,000, and that was for elementary students in the middle school, and $300 so far for the senior center. Plus, like I said, last Tuesday we just made a 4-year commitment to Laurel Ridge Community College, $3,000 a year to help the kids that are in the trades out there.
And we've only gone through 2 months.
It's incredible what they do. It's
So
incredible.
already I know we have money committed for the library. We do have, this year we're going to be a diamond sponsor of St. Luke's Clinic, which is $2,500. So
Right.
those are some of the things I know are coming up.
Yeah, a lot of people have never heard of some of these organizations, but the ones that have, I mean, they do a vital role.
Yeah,
and help,
St. Luke's, absolutely.
They help a lot of individuals that just can't, that need a help, a helping hand.
And
Now-
the trade schools are so important
I know,
because
and
college isn't.
They were very, very, very nice. They
Yeah.
gave us a tour of the building, of
Yeah.
what we were sponsoring, and
I think it's super important because college isn't always the answer for everybody. So
Right.
they
I
need
worked
other
as a-
answers.
I worked
and
as a tradesman all my life.
my husband as well. Yes.
It's an important thing to do, and
Very
and
important,
the,
yeah.
And we were talking to the EDA the other day, and we're talking about the workforce. People say, "Oh, we want jobs," but unless we can train workers
Yes.
for the jobs, they're not. The jobs aren't coming. These businesses that come, they just can't build it and hope people show up to work. They have to know that there's a trained workforce.
And I think trades are, not a lot of people are going into them, unfortunately. And so
Right.
we really
Well,
need
when
that.
I grew up, they were big.
They were big, but not as much anymore.
And
So-
everybody, we got into trade. We made money to send our kids to college. And
Yeah,
nobody got
that's
the
right. We
trades.
said we don't want our kids doing this,
Right.
breaking their back for, and then it goes in cycles, and
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
great.
my son is president of a boiler company down in the city, and he has a terrible time getting welders and
Yep.
pipe fitters.
I've heard that. It's, yeah.
Well, the military used to be a big trainer of people when we had the
We
draft,
had
and
draft.
when
Right.
when we went in, and different people, young people, and it goes through cycles. And now the military people go in, stay in because it's really a good job.
It is, yes.
Well, the Elks all the Elks belong to the Elks National Foundation, and the main headquarters is in Chicago. But we're required to donate $4.85 per member to the Elks National Foundation. Now, what that money is used for, it comes back to lodges and grants. And this year, I've already received $20,000 in grants. So
That's incredible. And also, you all do so much work behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even we went to your pancake breakfast, which is amazing. You need to try it.
It's
the
open to
first
the public.
Sunday, open to the first Sunday still?
first Sunday of the month. Now, we won't have one in July, but we do have one this Sunday.
You have one this Sunday, and it's 8 to 11, I think,
8
right?
to 11, and it's free breakfast.
Best
Make
food.
a donation, and that money
Yep.
goes to the Elks National Foundation.
Right.
And you'll meet the nicest people there. And it's incredible food, and it's all the hard work you all do behind the scenes to raise money,
Well, that, and we also sponsor the Dare Trailer when you see us at like first night out.
Right.
All that, we're there. We're handing out drug brochures and bracelets, and we're usually in most all the parades. So,
Oh yeah, we've seen you this year.
yeah.
You'll have to check us out this year.
There's so much stuff goes on in our community, a lot of good work from a lot of organizations. We want to highlight the great work that the Elks have done
Yes.
last year and every year for the last, how long has the Elks Club been in Front Royal?
Since back in the 60s, mid-60s.
All right.
It had been up at Guard Hill, I think,
Yeah.
since 67.
Wow, yeah.
Now, sorry.
Go ahead.
If someone sees this and wants to become a member, what would they do?
They can come by the lodge, pick up an application, and fill it out, and they have to have a sponsor. But that's no
Okay.
problem. Usually, all our people usually at the lodge are members, so they can sponsor them. And it's a $10 application fee at the time. Then we do a background check, and then
That
we
makes
call 'em-
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then we call them in for initiation. Once they're initiated, they pay their dues for the year, which is only $69.
That's very reasonable.
They're entitled to full rights. I mean, of an elk. So.
Yeah.
And it's a cozy lodge. It's absolutely beautifully done.
Well, we have a lot of things we do. I mean,
yeah, it's beautiful.
Like Memorial Day, we had a picnic up there, and it was open to the community. Mm-hmm. And the ENF breakfast every Sunday, the first Sunday of the month, is open to the community. Yeah. So we do a seniors and the veterans Christmas dinner that's open to the public. Last year we had 250 some people there, and we provide everything. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I'm shocked at how much you all have made such a difference in this community. And
well, thank you.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's huge.
We're very proud of what we do.
Yeah, as you should be. Yeah.
We want to, again, send a big thank you out to the Elks Club. And if you're in that community-minded spirit, why don't you consider joining the Elks? Check them out. They got a website. You can go there. You can kind of read all about the Elks and see if you're a good fit. I mean, that's that's what they want. You want someone that's a good fit and fit the family of the Elks. And,
it is.
And it takes we got to be in the right mindset. You want to fit in with your family, So
we provide a lot for our members, and we have dart leagues, cornhole leagues, and stuff for them to do, plus, cookouts.
The word you said was family, and that's really what the organizations are
and
about.
I've met them. They're some of the warmest people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes your elk family is a little easier to get along with than your
more times.
Again, Jim, I really appreciate all the things you do, and it's under your leadership. I know you're doing that. He's been there a long time. How long have you been leading the Elks Club?
This is my 4th year as exalted ruler, but I've been on a committee and was chairman of the board 3 years prior.
You've been on there.
We been there 12 years.
I was going to ask you, he's been there 12 years. We won't say you've been there in the 60s. Not that old. That gray hair, that's for wisdom versus no hair.
Well, I came here in the 70s, so.
The other way to help, though, Elks Club, is can't you find your newsletter online, and you can also find it at the library.
Right.
And you can come to some of these events and donate, like the pancake breakfast, the Memorial Day picnic.
Right. Sometimes people can't join.
Yeah, they may not be able to join, but they can be involved and help support them.
Yeah.
Because I can honestly say they do so much for this community.
Right.
Yeah.
Support your community. All the money raised in our community stays in our community. That's one thing nice about that. Yeah. Again, Jim, I can't thank you enough.
Thank
you, Michal, for bringing Jim in and all the great things you're doing there, too. All right? Thank you. She's great, too, isn't she?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay.